Since we want to redefine clean, we'd better define it first. What does clean mean exactly? Here's the catch. In Danish, it's one word, ren. In English, it splits in two, clean and pure. So this was never really a story about one word. It's about both. Keep that in the back of your mind. The dictionary gives 5 answers, with several subcategories under each. None of them, by the way, is ocean breeze. The first definition: washed, cleansed, free of dirt and grime. The plain one, the simplest. And then again, maybe not. Under it, a subcategory: that which gives off no substances harmful to the body or the environment. Interesting. And one more. Skin that isn't greasy or marred by pimples, acne, blackheads. That one is clean in the truest sense of the word. The definitions that follow quietly hand over to the other one. Pure. The second definition: without added or foreign elements, not mixed with anything else. Pure wool, pure gold. Less is more. That's pure, not clean. English keeps them apart, where Danish lets them live in a single word. The third definition: that which holds nothing evil or calculated. Pure motives, a clean conscience. Here the two words meet again. Both carry it. The fourth definition: that which in every respect matches its name. Complete, pure and simple, plain truth. I'll leave it here for reflection. I'll come back to each one in the next episode. Maybe we'll end up somewhere where we don't need to redefine anything, but are simply reminded of what the words already mean. I hated bathing as a child. You have to be clean, the grown-ups argued. They had a point. But when is a person clean enough? Back then, we bathed maybe once or twice a week because it had to happen in a bathtub. Reluctant and annoyed, I'd sit there and scrub my body with a sponge until it turned red. Clean it was damn well going to be. I didn't have the concept for the idea as a child. The way I saw it, I could just rinse the obvious signs of dirt and sand off my feet and move on. Does my hair have to be washed too? I'd ask every single time, even though I knew the answer. But it had practically just settled down after the last round. My long, natural curls hated bathing at least as much as I did. According to the dictionary, clean means washed, cleansed, free of dirt and grime. Today, most of us bathe at least once a day, some twice. I knew several people who might bathe 3 times because it overlapped with the trip to the swimming pool or a date. Oh, and if the date went extra well. But how grubby and dirty are we really? There's probably some distance between us and the coal miners. How many ingredients have to be on our bottles before we're clean enough? When are we clean enough? How many bottles do we need? I'd actually always wondered what the concrete difference is between hand soap and shower gel. Can't my stomach be washed with hand soap? Do I risk it ending up more or less clean if I do? Or are we just dealing with the way we've always done it? It's called hand soap after all. Instructions and pump in one. Shower gel even comes with a geographic location in the apartment. Intimate wash. How refined. Funny thing is, I only got all kinds of trouble after I started using Intimate Wash. But I'll save that topic for the women's magazine. I'm not saying we should go back to caveman times, but maybe we should start redefining what clean means for each of us. Are we never clean enough? Do we wash because it's actually dirty or because we always do? And what do we wash with? I know several people who have laundry rules for their clothes. Trousers, for example, should be worn at least 3 times. Most use special products for wool and silk because they're natural materials. We spare our clothes more than our skin, because that's where we actually stop and think. But your skin is a natural material too. So what exactly are we cleaning so thoroughly and so often with something the coal miners never had access to? Maybe instead we could start considering what we ought to keep rather than strip away. On closer thought, it feels like I was nearer to the original definition of clean as a child than as an adult. Until recently. My great-grandmother had a large brown bar of soap. It was for laundry, dishes, stain removal, floor washing, and incidentally also for washing yourself if she ran out of the white one. But then again, the woman had lived through at least 3 wars. She wasn't delicate. The brown one smelled of something indeterminate. Not particularly pleasant, but extraordinarily effective. It was quite large for my hands to grip, and I dropped it 17 times before I finished the dishes. When it eventually got too small to hold, you could collect the remnants, wet them, and press them together in the soap dish. Overnight, they'd dry and fuse, and you were back in business. And it wasn't because she didn't have access to the modern. My mother had the best intentions when she dragged in the prettiest bottles. Just pour, just spray, just squeeze. She was allowed to drag them back home again. My great-grandmother saw nothing but chemical smells, fiddly lids, and eventually an empty container. She knew nothing about the environment, chemistry, or pollution. She could barely read or write. But she knew something the rest of us have forgotten. A home doesn't need to smell of ocean breeze to be clean. There are plenty of people who skip fabric softener with the explanation, it's chemicals. The rest of what's in their laundry room is too, but that doesn't seem to stop them. So it's not really about the fabric softener being chemicals. They've simply decided that particular chemical is unnecessary. But how much chemistry is necessary? The cleaning aisle in a supermarket today looks almost like a toy shop. There is genuinely a bottle for nearly every single surface. I have never understood what scrubbing cream is for. Can someone explain that to me? If something is so stuck that it won't come off with a pot scrubber and hot water, what will the liquid scrub do? Maybe I've never given it enough of a chance, but if it actually works, shouldn't we, in principle, not care about how? Why does a ceramic hob need its own bottle? It's just glass. And it's not even the royal china. And something new comes out all the time. Better formula, more effective. Right. Does that mean we can finally eat off our floors? Have our homes become so much dirtier? Or have we just been so thoroughly sold on the idea? The dictionary defines clean as also meaning that which does not emit substances harmful to the organism or the environment. Modern cleaning products cannot live up to that description, which means we are, in principle, using something that is not clean in order to achieve cleanliness. Is it just me who finds that interesting? But there is a price to be paid for modern cleanliness. I'll come back to that in the next posts, because they almost deserve a chapter of their own. The devil hides in the details. The antonym of clean is not dirty, it's impure. But we treat it like ground-in grime, something to be scrubbed away. Salt, lemon juice, hydrogen peroxide. And when that doesn't work, a shelf full of products. Foam cleanser, tonic, micellar water, serum, night cream. 7 layers, morning and night. You can't wash your way to clean skin, my great-grandmother said, every time she retold the stories about my mother's big sister's war against pimples. My mother's big sister was model tall and had the facial features to match. She knew she was pretty, but that meant every single pimple was treated like a ketchup stain on the Mona Lisa. There was scrubbing and washing again. The consequences I can still see on her skin today. Uneven, scarred. It's hard to say who won. My great-grandmother was right, but not for the reasons she thought. A pimple is not a stain on the stovetop. It's not dirt and grime. It's a biological consequence of something underlying. Hormones, microbiome, inflammation. None of it is solved with a washcloth. The skin has its own defense system. Sebum is not dirt, it's a function. The microbiome is not grime, it's protection. And the more aggressively we remove it, the harder the body tries to compensate. But the language works against us. Impure skin sounds like something that needs cleansing. And so someone sells you a cleanser. And when the cleanser creates new problems, they sell you the solution to those too. The global acne market is $7.2 billion. It grows by almost 6% every single year. And acne prevalence isn't falling. If the products worked, why would you need so many of them? Pure wool, pure gold, plain truth. That's the second definition in the dictionary. And here the word changes. In English, it isn't clean, it's pure, without added or foreign elements, not mixed with anything else. It's the one I think about most. Pure wool is wool, and nothing else. Pure gold is gold, and nothing else. It doesn't need an ingredient list because there's only one ingredient. Take your shampoo down from the shelf. Turn the bottle over. Count the ingredients. I've seen bottles with over 30 substances in something that claims to wash your hair clean. Most of them you can't pronounce. Some of them the chemist who formulated the product can't explain in one sentence either. The question isn't whether they're dangerous. The question is what they're doing there. My great-grandmother would have called it clutter. Not because she knew what methyl isothiazolinone was, but because she knew you don't need 30 things to make something clean. Her soap had 4 ingredients: fat, lye, water, thyme. The end product was 2 things: soap and glycerin, both natural consequences of the process. Nothing added, nothing removed, nothing foreign. That's the definition the industry struggles with most, because they can't sell nothing added. They can't market an absence. There's no story in "we left it alone." No campaign in "we didn't tamper with it." So they add dye so it looks right, fragrance so it smells right, preservative so it lasts longer than it should, foaming agent so it feels right. And suddenly there are 30 ingredients in something that only needed 4. Pure wool is wool. Pure gold is gold. Real soap is fat, lye, water, and thyme. Everything else is added. Pure motives. A clean conscience. That's the third definition of clean in the dictionary. That which holds nothing evil or calculated. It's a funny word to use about an industry. Let me ask the question directly. Why do they make products you have to buy again and again? Not why you buy them, you know that. You buy them because they're there, because the shelf is full, because the alternative isn't standing right next to them. But why do they make them that way? A bar of soap lasts for weeks. Liquid soap lasts for days. Shampoo has to be used every day because it strips everything, including what protects your hair. So you need conditioner. Conditioner leaves a layer that has to be removed the next day, so you need shampoo again. It's not bad design, it's perfect design. For the purpose. The purpose just isn't your hair. My great-grandmother didn't have a clean conscience because she was a good person. She was that too, but that's not the point. She had a clean conscience because she didn't sell something that created a problem. She also sold the solution too. Pure motives is when you make something that works and stop selling you things once it does. I don't know the motives behind the 30 ingredients in your shampoo. I don't know whether the chemist was thinking about your hair or about the reorder rate. But I do know that if a product really solved the problem, you wouldn't need to buy it again next month. A clean conscience isn't something you write on a bottle. It's something you can see on the ingredient list. Pure and simple. The fourth and final definition in the dictionary: that which in every respect matches its name, complete. It's the shortest and the heaviest. Pure and simple means something is exactly what it claims to be. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing hidden. The pure and simple truth. Pure and simple chance. Pure and simple madness. The words after pure and simple are always something that can't be argued with, something that just is, without reservation. It's a hard standard to live up to. The front of a bottle says natural. The back says sodium lauryl sulfate, cocamidopropyl betaine, methylchloroisothiazolinone. The front is advertising. The back is law. When is something pure and simply natural? My great-grandmother didn't know it in that way. She didn't use the words, but her soap was pure and simple soap. Not because she called it that, but because there was nothing to hide. That's the difference. Pure and simple isn't a claim, it's a consequence. Something you can see when you turn the bottle over. I started this series with a question. What does clean mean? In Danish, it's one word. In English, it took two: clean and pure. Between them, the dictionary gave 5 answers. We've been through all of them. Washed, cleansed, free of harmful substances, free of pimples and blackheads, free of added elements, free of calculated motives, complete. None of them is ocean breeze. Maybe we don't need to redefine anything. Maybe we just need to be reminded of what the words already mean. That was plain truth.